Hello, I'm Chosen Joseph. This will be my testimony, and this is not planned out. This is not written. This is just will come out the way it is. Um, One of my favorite sayings. It might be like dog shit, be a little bit all over the place, but we go get it out there to you for right now. All right. So this is my testimony. The Nephilim. So I'm gonna try to tell this in the best way I can. Again, it might be like dog shit all over the place, but you will get the point. Um, I'm being told to start when I worked at Academy Sports. I worked at Academy Sports in Houma, Louisiana in 2009, the year the New Orleans Saints won the Super Bowl. Um, in that time, uh, I was awake, like I was more of the conspiracy side of things, um, like Phil Snyder, the Kerry Cassidy's, Robert Dean, um, Dr. William Tompkins, secret space program kind of stuff, reptilians, underground bases. I wasn't quite on the more real side of spiritual awakening, which is your chakra system, you being a Christed being, your connection to the earth, etc., etc. Um, and I've heard of the Nephilim. Okay, this will be my testimony, my story of the Nephilim. Um, I heard of the Nephilim. I've seen the movie Twilight. Um, I've never made the connection. I always thought the Nephilim um, were these giants, flesh-eating giants. Uh, Not aware that, and you might not know this either. Not aware that the Nephilim in some sort evolved to flesh-eating humans, kinda, that are known as vampires. And um, the movie Blade is based on this Nephilim. This real stuff. And there is light and there is dark, like in the movie Twilight. And I'm telling you this because at the time that this happened, I wasn't aware of everything I just told you. I was aware of the Nephilim. I just saw there were some big people, and that was it. I didn't know there were vampires. I knew the movie Twilight was out, but I didn't know it was based on truth. I knew the movie Blade was out, but I didn't know it was based on truth. Um, so I'm at Academy Sports. I just wanted to cover that, right? I'm at Academy Sports. I'm selling shoes. Um, and it was fun, man. At the time I worked at Academy Sports, I was doing hard narcotics every now and then. I'm not going to name no names. I was DJing. Um, I was very good. I still am a good DJ. I love music. If you're watching this, you could be coming to my shows. You'll be hearing my music. It's coming out in 2026. It's gonna be good. Trust me. If you like bass lines, you go like it. Anyway, I just wanted to throw it in there, and I say that unbiasedly. But I'm at Academy Sports, and again, like I said, I was having fun. I would go to work stoned. I was taking pain pills for my wisdom teeth. I had a little maintenance guy I worked with over there. He was pretty cool. We kind of were like best friends. I would hook him up, he would hook me up, and it was just a fun time at the time. I was younger. I was selling shoes. I worked with some pretty cool people. My boss was, like they say, she was a dime piece, but I didn't look at her in that way. But I did, but I didn't. I don't know. But she was a dime piece. But she was a spicy meatball. Let me tell you. So what happened was at the time, um, it was me against them. Like I was a salesman, and then there was them, right? And the other people I worked with were telling the boss that I wasn't doing anything, uh, just talking shit, right? So my boss talks to me and lets me know. She's like, "Look, for these 2 weeks, I want you on sales, and they gonna be doing stocking, and then the next 2 weeks you could be on stocking, they gonna be doing sales." Well, to make a long story short, the 2 weeks that I was stocking and they were selling shoes, they didn't sell as much as I did when I was by myself. Now, when I was by myself, and this is what I'm getting to. At the time, I didn't know I had a connection to Nephilim bloodline. I didn't know I had a connection to any of this, and I do. Saint Germain was a vampire. Uh, he might still be one, but he's one of my spirit guides. He was my father. When I was King Arthur, he was known as Merlin. If you watch my other videos, I tell stories about how he came visit me at my work. As a matter of fact, this job at Academy Sports is how I got my job at Dillard's. Make a long story short, I'm working at Academy Sports, and there was more than one person that came to me. One in particular, I'm gonna tell the story, but there was more than one person that came to me that just had this vampire look to them, like they like, you know how on Twilight, like their skin is just like this. I don't know. It just they look like vampires, and they came up to me and they were so nice and so gentle, and they would buy 2 or 3 pair of shoes. And I didn't really think nothing of it because they looked normal. And I say normal because I'm gonna tell you what made me think that it was a vampire. At the time, I didn't think of this, but it came to me recently. That's why I'm making a video about it. So I'm selling shoes. Um, I smoked some reefer for lunch, took some hydrocodone. I was feeling great. I was selling shoes. I was happy go lucky. And this guy, about 5'5", 5'8", well built, short, perfect, like silk like hair. Like his skin was perfect, kind of like a Twilight look. But what really got my attention, I didn't really think nothing of it. I'll put this together later on. Again, that's why I'm making this video. Um, his eyes, his pupil, like his irises, or like where you color your eyes are at, had like this red, ruby red haze in it. I thought it was contacts. And I remember I asked him, like, hey man, nice contacts. He's like, I don't wear contacts. I'm like, again, I was stoned, I was on pain pills, and I really wasn't awake and aware like I am now. So I really didn't think nothing of it. And he had a whole family with him. And they all had like this vampire look to them, right? And I'm not putting all this together back then. I'm just like, okay, well, they're just different, innocent me, pure me. They're just different. So I'm telling you this story because this is Nephilim. This is vampires, the Nephilim bloodline. And there is good ones and there's bad ones. The movie Twilight is based on truth, right? After, well, after this job I had at Academy Sports, which is the job that got me to get the job at Dillard's, Saint Germain came see me at Dillard's. And at the time, I didn't know Saint Germain was a vampire or was one. And I'm putting all this together because I learned that the Nephilim, I'm a part of the Nephilim bloodline. Vampires or Nephilim, the Nephilim look over me. I am freeing the Nephilim bloodline, or I have freed the Nephilim bloodline. And now I have a group of vampires, real vampires, that got my back spiritually. Saint Germain being one of them. And what led to all this, me making this video, is there is Nephilim that are giants, that are flesh-eating giants, or were, or became flesh-eating giants. Is how, but they evolved, they shrunk down into human flesh-eating humans, like blood, not for nefarious reasons. It's just how they evolved. What I'm learning. Um, they mean no harm. They're very smart, but I am supported and I am guided and protected by real vampires, and real vampires being Nephilim. I had a dream which kind of clicked all this into place for me, where I had a dream. It might have been from the future or past life, but I was a giant and I was on the planet Mars, and I had rocket boots on, and I controlled the rockets with my hands like that, like how to fly. I remember that. And I'm flying over this group of like 300 to 400 foot tall giants, right? And they're all like doing this dance and singing and like this dance. They're all moving together, and I'm flying above them. Um, and this one looks at me, and it's like I think he's the one that gave me the message of all this coming to me. But I just that dream triggered it, and then I got a tarot reading done saying that I'm a part of the Nephilim bloodline, and Saint Germain was Merlin, and I was King Arthur, and that's why he came see me, and this is why the Nephilim bloodline loves me because I incarnated in it and I liberated them from all the karma they had and I freed them, and now I'm protected by real vampires. And Saint Germain come and see me was a confirmation of that, and the ones that came see me at Academy Sports, not including all the other times that they could have came see me, I didn't fucking know about it. So this is my testimony of the Nephilim, my connection to them. And it was a little story. I know I kind of was like dog shit all over the place, but it's a real thing, man. And I'm a Christed individual in a Nephilim bloodline. And I liberated that bloodline. And now I'm protected by real vampires and magicians and Egyptians and Lemurians and cosmic forces of light all over. All of creation loves me, respects me, blesses me, gifts me, enhances me, advances me, and protects me. So to put it simple, without being rude, Foxtrot, Alpha, Foxtrot, October. I love you. This is Joe. This is my testimony of my experience with the Nephilim. Peace.